Welcome to Glintree. Have you ever had this quiet thought? Life doesn't feel bad. It just doesn't feel very interesting anymore. The days blend together. Nothing is wrong exactly, but nothing feels exciting either. And scrolling on social media doesn't help, does it? It's easy to feel like everyone else's life is perfect, while yours feels ordinary, quiet, maybe even boring. Here's something important to remember. Life hasn't lost its magic. Sometimes, we've just developed emotional calluses, little shields that make joy harder to notice. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this happens and how small, gentle shifts can help life feel meaningful again without forcing change or chasing excitement. Let's start with something we rarely say out loud. As we get older, life doesn't necessarily get worse. It often just becomes less surprising. When we were children, everything felt new. A walk outside, a strange sound, a small change in routine. Our brain paid attention because it had never seen those things before. But after decades of living, the mind starts to say, "I've seen this already." And when the brain thinks it already knows the story, it stops noticing the details. That doesn't mean life has lost its magic. It means our attention has changed. Over the years, most of us experience loss, disappointments, stress, moments that teach us to protect ourselves. So, without realizing it, we build emotional calluses, not because we don't care, but because feeling deeply all the time can be exhausting. Those calluses help us survive, but they also soften joy. You may not feel intensely sad, but you may not feel intensely excited either. This emotional flattening isn't weakness, it's adaptation. Even later in life, comparison sneaks in. A few minutes on social media, someone else traveling, someone else smiling, someone else looking busy and fulfilled. And suddenly, your own quiet, ordinary life feels small. But what we're seeing isn't real life. It's a highlight reel. Quiet does not mean empty. Ordinary does not mean meaningless. Here's a perspective shift that changes everything. Life is not one long narrative you have to figure out. Life is a series of todays, not years, not decades, just today. When we try to make our entire life meaningful, it feels overwhelming. But when we focus on making today feel real, meaning becomes lighter, more reachable. Many of us were taught that a good day looks like this. You stayed busy, you accomplished things, you checked items off a list. But after 50s, that definition often stops working. So let's redefine it. A good day can mean you noticed something pleasant, you felt calm for a few minutes, you didn't rush yourself, you felt connected, even briefly. A good day doesn't need to be impressive, it needs to be felt. A fulfilling life is built on a series of good days, defined by choices, aligned with your values and small positive habits. Not big transformations, not constant excitement, just small moments that add up. Here's something that may surprise you. Boredom is not the enemy. When everything is loud and stimulating, we don't feel much at all. But in quiet moments, washing dishes, sitting with tea, looking out a window, the mind softens. And when the mind softens, wonder has space to return. Not dramatically, not all at once, gently. Boredom isn't emptiness, it's space. So where do routines come into all of this? Not because routines make life productive, not because they fix everything. Routines give your attention somewhere to land. They slow life down just enough for meaning to surface again. Mornings are powerful, not because they're special, but because they're first. They set the emotional tone for the day. But this same idea applies throughout the day, not just when you wake up. A morning routine doesn't have to be strict. It can be as simple as opening the blinds and noticing the light, standing still for 1 minute, moving your shoulders gently, holding your cup with both hands, sitting without rushing. These aren't habits to master. They're moments to enter. When you begin the day gently, the rest of the day often responds. Meaning doesn't return through grand transformations. It returns through awareness, a small pause, a quiet observation, a single intentional choice. Even writing one sentence about your day can change how it feels. Today felt calm. I laughed. I noticed something beautiful. These small acknowledgments remind your mind, I am still here. I am still participating in my life. When days aren't noticed, they blur together. When days are acknowledged, they start to feel lived. This is why gentle reflection matters. Not to analyze, not to judge, but to notice. Life begins to feel like a collection of real moments again, instead of one long, forgettable stretch of time. If you'd like gentle guidance as you explore this, you can take a look at the Gentle Morning Routine Kit. Not to plan your life, not to optimize your time, but to help you notice what made today feel real, what softened your heart, and what quietly gave the day meaning. Used daily or only on the days you need it, it helps life feel less like a blur and more like a series of meaningful todays. So tomorrow, don't try to fix your life. Just do this. At the end of the day, ask yourself one simple question. What made today feel like a real day? Write it down. One line is enough. That's how purpose returns. Quietly, gently, one today at a time. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons for Glintree for more thoughtful, practical tips to support your mind, body, and overall well-being. Glintree is here to support you every step of the way.